Rayman coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, is it possible? Let's talk about E3 2021. Block content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your blocked content for today. And today, we get to talk all about our platforming mascot Rayman and potentially coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, the big thing that's happening very soon is E3 2021. And I've actually talked with my friends today about the fact that how amazing is it that we are getting a big E3 again. Of course, with everything going on in the world right now, it really feels like it is going to be different, right? E3 is not going to be the same as how we know it, you know, big stage shows and all these crowds and everything. It is going to significantly change the game. However, there have been a lot of things confirmed that make it seem like they're doing their best to bring things back to normal. And especially now that we know that Nintendo is actually being confirmed to have a presence at E3. Doug Bowser even came out and said, you know, let's do something incredible, let's do something amazing. I'm of course paraphrasing, but that is really something big. It means that they have something planned that they are very excited to talk about. And I mean, if you look at the past couple of weeks, Nintendo has actually announced a whole load of games. They've also detailed a lot of games with a lot of trailers, like think about Game Builder Garage, think about the brand new Mario Golf Super Rush game. I think that they are getting stuff out of the way to make some big reveals. And today, one of those big reveals that we want to talk about is potentially Rayman coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a playable character, a character that I feel is very likely to appear. Now, if you have any questions for this YouTube channel, Blocked Content, please send them over to questionblocked, and I might answer them on the show. It's very easy. Send an email to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I might answer your question live in one of these episodes. Very excited. So send them all in and make me happy. So I'm also very thrilled to announce that we have a big Blocked Content Discord with a lot of Blocked Content fans, Smash Brothers fans. We talk about all sorts of different Nintendo games and Smash Brothers leaks. So if you have any information, if you want to hang out with us, go to the link in the description. Just click that link and you are instantly a part of our Blocked Content Discord. Now, let's dive into a little bit more of Rayman for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, right? I think that it does make complete sense that E3 is approaching and that people are talking about, you know, a handful of characters. Rayman is definitely within those characters, but I think one of, you know, the biggest lists that people are making right now is Ryu Hayabusa, potentially Dr. Eggman, Crash Bandicoot, and then Master Chief from Halo. And of course, Rayman is also included in that list. I think that there's a lot to be said for all those characters that I mentioned, right? I think that a character like Dr. Eggman makes sense just because the Sonic franchise is so huge in terms of gaming and in terms of the background of gaming and what it means to be in Smash Brothers. But also, they've been doing villains for this game, like King K. Rool, and then Ridley, and Sephiroth, and a whole lot of other villains that are in the game. Dark Samus is one of them too. So to me, it makes complete sense to add another third-party character that is a villain, right? They just did it with Sephiroth, and I think that it would make sense to do it for another character too. And if it's a Sonic franchise character, a lot of people are expecting Tails, but for me, it would absolutely make sense to have it be Dr. Eggman, just because of the theming in Smash Ultimate. Now, I mentioned a couple of other characters aside from Rayman, and one of them is Crash Bandicoot. We've talked at length about Crash, and it actually seems like there's a lot of evidence in favor of Crash, and a lot of evidence that's saying, well, it might not happen. I think that it makes sense. I think that Crash is going to be one of the two fighters that are left to be revealed. I think that there's so much working in his favor, and I think that they've been keeping it under wraps really well, just like with Banjo. But I think that it is what it is. I think that the character might actually be in the books right now. Now also, people have been talking about Ryu Hayabusa, a character that I actually really like from back in the Dead or Alive days, and then of course also very early on Ninja Gaiden for the NES, and then later Ninja Gaiden, the remakes for the Xbox consoles, and later on, they became sort of multi-platform. I think that Ryu Hayabusa also makes sense, right? He has a moveset potential that no other character really has, a katana instead of any other sort of sword that we've already seen, and these ninja-like moves that are nothing like what Sheik or Greninja can do. Really cool. So, and that final character is Master Chief, a big mascot of gaming, a big stan of, the big first-person shooter games, and then of course also Microsoft's best boy. So, yes, those characters make sense, and Rayman, I think, is really in there in terms of, well, let's just say the big scheme of things, where Rayman is a character that really has a big presence within gaming as a whole. Gaming in terms of, being a big mascot platformer. Yes, there are a lot of mascot platformers in Smash Bros. Ultimate already, but Rayman is a character that has a rich history, and also a rich history with Nintendo. And if you look at Rayman and actually just the history with Mario, that's also interesting, right? We now have the Rabbids Kingdom Battle game that is essentially a Mario game that's crossing over with Rayman, but, I mean, it's the Rabbids. It's not Mario and Rayman, it's the Rabbids. It's not exactly what people have been wanting, but it's a little bit close to what people want. So there has been talk about a sequel to that game that introduces Rayman as a character, and that gets a big crossover, but maybe they want to do this crossover first. Maybe they want to do Smash Brothers first and then work together to, do the Kingdom Battle sequel that might have Rayman as a big playable character, right? That is just, that you can't even have outside of your party. That's just, it's Mario, Rayman, and then the rest of your party that you kind of collect. So, really cool. I think that the character of Rayman makes a lot of sense. I think that there are also a lot of Smash theories, and I think that there are a lot of people that made fake leaks that really want to have Rayman. And if you think about the fact that there's this whole ice theory, right? There's the battlefield stage in Smash Bros. Ultimate, and, well, the model that's inside of that ice, that's encased in that ice, really looks like Rayman. So it could happen that Rayman actually breaks the ice and was there all along, that's Sakurai's big thing. Now, people would have already guessed it, so yeah, they could make an update to the game that kind of makes it impossible for you to see it anymore, just because, well, people would have guessed it, I guess. So today's comment question is, would you actually like Rayman in Smash, and what would Rayman's reveal trailer actually look like in the game? If you have an idea, send it over in the comments down below. And as for a previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from Floa Hyrule, saying, well, if it ever happens that, let's imagine, Crash and Dr. Eggman would be the last two ones, Sonic is single, and honestly, Dr. Eggman is more sensical than Tails for, well, 1. Eggman is an antagonist, and number 2, Eggman appeared in Sonic 1. Tails debuted in Sonic 2. Will that actually make sense? For Spirits, no problem. There's a whole bunch of characters to bring. Wavestorm, the remaining Zelda, Batnix, Zekis, Bagnitz, Eggman, Nega, the classic Sonic, and Tails from the Generations. Now, Crash feels so obvious that it's strange it wasn't in the base game, even weird that it hasn't been released yet. Multiple times I had a feeling that Crash would simply not be coming, which is honestly bad, but hey, we can hope. Also, my true most wanted character is Freddy Fazbear. I don't want to hear anything. There are things that make it possible. Now, thank you so much, Floa Hyrule. I do think that it makes sense to have a lot of these characters in the game, right? I talked about Eggman a little bit in this episode, and I also talked a little bit about Crash. I think that Rayman really belongs to that trifecta in terms of being a character that so long people have been wanting in Smash Bros. Ultimate, that have been talking about Rayman, that have been making movesets, that have been, theorizing about how the character could enter the fray and what the trailer would look like. Now that is something that I'm always really excited about, right? These big CG trailers, but they could really do a 2D trailer, right? Not a big 3D one, but actually have the style of Rayman Legends. I think that that would be incredible, and it would actually make sense with the branding, right? There isn't a very recent 3D Rayman game. So yeah, how do you bring the character to life 2D? So thank you guys so much for supporting blocked content in this, well, weird time in the world. If you want to support blocked content through Patreon, so actually donate something, you get to decide what kind of content we make. So what our next video is, a snake codec, maybe something like a leak speak about a topic that you like. So go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, subscribe to blocked content, and please like this video. It really helps out the channel. And well, let's talk a little bit more about E3 and what we can expect.